Okay, these are 6-4 notes over systems using substitution. The last method for solving systems is called substitution. We typically use this method when one of our two equations is solved for a variable, meaning that has the variable y by itself, like y equals or x equals. And again, it could be either the x or the y. So we want to solve the following problems using the substitution method. Okay. And hold on just a second. There we go. Okay. So we want to go ahead and start. We're going to have substitution. See, I have this y by itself. So that's what I'm going to be substituting for. That's the variable. What I'm going to be replacing it with is -8. So if I'm using this equation as the substitution equation, then I've got to use this equation to plug it into. So I'm going to have 4x plus, but I'm not going to have y there. I'm going to replace y with -8. So I'm going to put in -8 equals 12. Okay, so now I've got 4x plus -8 equals 12. I've replaced the y with the value -8. Okay, now it becomes a two-step equation. I'm going to be adding 8 to both sides because it was a -8, and I get 4x equals 20. And then I'm going to divide by 4. Not sure what happened there. And x equals 5. So our x coordinate is going to equal 5. We already know what our y coordinate is. Our y coordinate is -8. So our point of intersection is going to be at 5, -8. And that's going to be our solution for this system. These two lines are going to cross at the point -5, -8. Okay, number 2. We've got -2x plus 4y equals 6 and y equals 3x minus 1. So I'm going to replace y with 3x minus 1. So this entire expression is going to go into the y value. So I get -2x plus 4, and we're going to put this in parentheses, 3x minus 1 equals 6. That whole amount gets plugged in for the y. We put it in parentheses because we're going to have to do some distributive property. That would be our next step. We're going to distribute. Everything gets distributed by 4. Everything in the y was multiplied by 4, so everything the y represents is multiplied by 4. So I get -2x plus 12x minus 4 equals 6. Okay, from here we're going to combine like terms because I've got a -2x and a 12x. That gives me 10x minus 4 equals 6. Now I've got a two-step equation. I need to add 4 to both sides. I get 10x is equal to 10, and then I need to divide by 10. My x coordinate is equal to 1. Okay, now I need to go back and find y. Y was equal to 3x minus 1. Well, now that I know what x is, now I'm going to use substitution again. 3 times 1 minus 1. So now instead of having a variable, now I know what the value is. It's 1. So y equals 3 minus 1, and 3 minus 1 is 2. So my solution to this system is going to be 0.12. These two lines are going to intersect at 0.12. Okay, problem number 3. This time we've got x equals. So that means this entire quantity, 5y plus 18, is going to go in for the x. So that's going to be 2 parenthesis. 5y plus 18 is replacing the x in the parenthesis, minus 3y equals -13. Okay, again, we are going to have to distribute. 2 is going to get distributed through everything inside what the x represents this time. That's going to give me 10y plus 36 minus 3y equals negative 13. Okay, I need to combine like terms. I've got a 10 and a negative 3y. That gives me 7y. Plus 36 equals negative 13. Now I have another two-step equation, so I'm going to subtract 36 from both sides. That gives me negative 49, and 7y equals negative 49. Divide by 7, and y is going to equal negative 7. Okay, so there's part of our solution. Now I'm going to go back and find the x. So I'm going to come over here, and x equals 5y plus 18. Again, not sure what happened. X equals 5 times negative 7 plus 18. And that's going to give me negative 35 plus 18. And x is going to equal, let's see, negative 35 plus 18. That's going to be a subtraction problem. That gives me negative 17. So the point of intersection between these two lines is going to be negative 17, negative 7. Example number 4. We've got y equals. That means this amount, 2x minus 9, is going to go in for the y value. So I get x minus 5 times, parentheses, negative 2x minus 9 is the substituted value, equals negative 10. We are going to have to distribute the negative 5 through. Remember, we take the 5 and the sign in front. So x is going to be positive 10x and positive 45, and that's going to equal negative 10. I'm going to combine my like terms. I've got an x and a 10x. That gives me 11x plus 45 equals negative 10. I'm going to two-step equation now. I'm going to subtract 45. That gives me 11x equals negative 55. Divide by 11. And x is going to equal negative 5. Okay, now we're going to go back and find out what y equals. Y equals negative 2x minus 9. So y is going to equal negative 2 times negative 5 minus 9. Y is going to equal 10 minus 9. And 10 minus 9 is 1. So the solution to this system is going to be negative 5, 1. And that means these two lines are going to cross each other at negative 5, 1. Okay. Number 5. Okay, number 5. We have a situation where we have y is equal in both equations. I'm going to go ahead and take the top equation and plug it into the bottom one. It's going to go right here in the other equation. So I'm going to have x minus 25 equals 3x minus 45. So this now I have x's on both sides of the equation. I like to take my smaller x and move it over to the side of my larger x. So I'm going to subtract x from both sides to get all of my x's on one side. I'm left with negative 25 is equal to 2x minus 45. Then I'm going to take this negative 45 and move it to the left side by adding 45. And I get 20 left over, so I get 20 is equal to 2x. Then I'm going to divide by 2. And x is going to equal 10. So my x-coordinate for my system is going to be 10. Then it doesn't matter which equation you plug it back into. I think it's going to be easier to put it back into the first one. So y equals x minus 25. And x is 10, so that's 10 minus 25. And y is going to equal negative 15. So my solution to this system is going to be 0.10 negative 15. These two lines are going to cross at this point, 10, negative 15. Okay, number 6 is another example of x being our value. So x is going to be equal to y minus 5. That means y minus 5 is going to be going in for x. So I'm going to have 3 times, parenthesis, y minus 5 in the parenthesis, minus 3y equals negative 15. Okay, I am going to take the 3 and distribute it. I have 3y minus 15 minus 3y equals negative 15. Okay, when I combine like terms, I get 0. 3 minus 3y minus 3y is 0. So I have negative 15 equals negative 15. This is one of those special cases that we talked about last class period. Is this a true or false statement is what you need to ask yourself next. Well, it's true. Negative 15 is equal to negative 15. So what does that mean for our solution? Our solution is it's infinite. We have an infinite number of solutions, and that means that we have coinciding lines. So these are actually the exact same line. And here's our solution. That's infinite. Okay, so here's substitution. You're going to replace the variable that is by itself with the expression on the other side.